Observation number 3. To follow Jesus is to live most of our lives at the foot of the mountain. To live most of our lives at the foot of the mountain. When Jesus and his 3 disciples come back down the mountain, they return to a scene. The other 9 are surrounded by a large crowd, and they're being argued at by some experts of the law, and it turns out that someone had a son who was possessed by a spirit that would not allow him to speak, and exhibited what we might describe as epileptic symptoms. Now, I may not need to say this, but for the sake of clarity, what the text is not saying is that epilepsy is the result of a demonic spirit. What is apparent is that whatever is afflicting this boy is an impure spirit, because we're told that when the spirit saw Jesus, it immediately threw the boy into a fit. And so the boy's father had brought his son to the disciples for healing, but they were unable to do so. On the mountaintop, God's glory was radiant. Right? On the mountaintop, God's affirmation is clear. We want to stay on the mountaintop. We want to bask in that goodness. We want to dwell in clarity, don't we? Not least because we know what awaits us at the bottom of the mountain, right? Where the need is great and the faith is small. Where we don't know fully, where we don't understand fully, where we see through a distorted lens, where we can't always fix the problem even when we think we're supposed to be able to. Even when we're pretty sure Jesus told us that we would be able to. Let me ask you, what is at the foot of the mountain for you? What is the mess at the bottom of the mountain? What awaits you when you walk out these doors? Where are you feeling the great needs and small faith? Few resources, the not enoughness, not enough time, not enough money, not enough energy. Where are you desperately seeking clarity or understanding or affirmation? What problems or obstacles or challenges lie before you that you're not sure if you'll be able to overcome, and maybe you're struggling with guilt for even not having more faith, even if you know in theory that God is a God of grace and not of guilt. Here's the deal. Not only are those mountaintop experiences meant to sustain us for the valley seasons, but God is with us at every step you take. God is with us every step you take. God is the God of the mountaintop, and God is with us in the valleys and every point in between. As the psalmists sing, if I went up to heaven, you would be there, and if I went down to the grave, you would be there too. Or as we sang earlier from Psalm 23, even though I walk through the darkest valley, what? I will fear no evil. Why? For you are with me. Most of our lives are lived at the foot of the mountain. It's a fact. It's what life is most of the time this side of Christ's return. It is where we are called to be. And yet wherever we are called to be, we can know, we can trust that God is with us every step of the way.